Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for mid-December 2023. We're just going to jump right in here. Sure, we'll take all three. You have this unicorn card, the swan card, and this raccoon card here. I do feel it. I was literally going to say, I feel like you're working with your hands, and you have the Eight of Pentacles where you are literally working with your hands. The reason I say that is because you have that raccoon spirit. And raccoons, they use their hands a lot. They're all about being very tactile and, touching things and all sorts of stuff. So, I feel for a lot of you that you could literally be working with your hands, or there is something here about needing to be more creative or needing to use your hands, especially if you're working on a creative project, a business, anything like that, Capricorn. But that was literally my feeling. The unicorn kind of represents a unique situation coming into your life. So there could be a unique situation that's coming in for you, and I almost feel like it's something that you've been praying for. So if you've been praying for a job, right here, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is an opportunity that you could be getting. And, look at this. I love this card. You have this Miracles card. So, there clearly could be a miracle coming in for you. You have this Openness card as well. I do feel everyone at this time needs to be open to miracles, meaning that, if you don't believe that miracles can happen for you, then obviously they're not going to happen for you. But if you do believe, then, it kind of opens up the energy to happen for you. So I feel that here. I also feel like you need to get in touch with your emotions as well. The swan spirit there is about kind of diving deep and reflecting on your emotions. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's you have two cards of water. Raccoons, I don't know if you've ever, if you've ever seen raccoons, they love putting their hands in water and stuff like that. And they're able to, they have very sensitive hands. So I don't know, it's popping into my head for whatever freaking reason, but I feel like you need to reflect on your emotions or reflect on your feelings. You do have this card that says, what do you need to release? And I do feel, it is kind of funny because I do feel for some of you that, it's there's something that you have released, but, it's maybe you still think about it, or maybe you still kind of are processing it. Let's, for example, if you went through a breakup and it's you're over it, but if you're still watching tarot about it, for example, then it's are you really over it? Or are you really, or are you still thinking about it, right? And it's almost you're just kind of processing those last little bits of something, a connection, a heartbreak, whatever, right? With this Three of Swords right here. So it was a heartbreak. I feel like you thought this situation was unique, with that unicorn there. Maybe you thought you found a unicorn in a person, but you I feel like you're realizing that you really didn't. And I kind of feel like you're just, again, healing from it. I really don't feel good or bad about this Three of Swords. I feel like it's just saying that you've learned what you learned and you're moving on. That's it. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is, of course, work hard, play hard. I mean, it's not work hard, play hard, but I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles. That's why I said that. So I would work hard, play hard, but I'd make sure you're balancing the two out. I think I said this to you in your last reading, that it wouldn't surprise me if you are doing a lot of work at this moment, throughout the end of the year into next year. It makes perfect sense based off the astrology anyway, and you're a Capricorn, so there you go. But what I would say is, make sure you're balancing your energy, but also, it looks to me like your hard work is paying off. In your third row, you literally have a card that says New Moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. I'm pretty sure I titled your last reading, Your Hard Work is Paying Off as well. So it's whatever the hell you've been working on, it's things are catching up here. You have the Moon card here. Again, not being able to see the future. Everyone gets the Moon, and, I really believe it's just because I feel it's very hard to see the future right now. I feel it's very hard to, it's do I think people literally see the future? No, I don't. Even though people are always you read tarot cards, what do you mean? I'm yes, and I say it all the time. I do not believe tarot cards can necessarily predict the future. I always say that. To me, tarot is loose guidance at best. It's just energy. It's just saying this energy will exist and you have to work with it. That's how I see tarot, right? And so, but I feel having said that, I think sometimes in life we can, we kind of do get feelings. Maybe we go apply for a job and we can say to ourselves, I'm really going to get this job. You just know, right? Maybe you meet a person, you're oh, I know what, this is going to be a decent relationship. It's you just know. It's almost that inner knowing is missing, with the Moon card. That's kind of the feeling I get right now. But I feel like it's returning because you have this Openness card, you have the Three of Wands. So it's almost it's almost your intuition is coming back, or it's almost that inner knowing is returning to you. But at the same time, I do think we are in a time where we have to be bold. We have to be willing to step into darkness and do things without knowing how something is going to turn out. You have this idealism card. Again, nothing is going to be perfect. If you're waiting for things to be perfect, you're going to have a hard time. So I tell people all the time, nothing is perfect right now. With the Three of Swords, you have you, Capricorn. This is the Sun in Capricorn, and this card says achievements on it. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, by the way. And so, I love this deck. But I feel you are clearly achieving things. I mean, again, you have that card that says your hard work is paying off. You have the Miracles card. You have the Three of Wands in the area of the good stuff. And the Three of Wands is a card of your ships coming in. So, looks really, really nice. With the Moon, you have this Flattery card. Yeah, I literally feel that if your last person was just, a faker. I feel like your last person, it's like, I don't even think you know everything is what I would say. And I'm not trying to be mysterious or anything like that here, Capricorn, but I literally feel there are just things that you do not know about this person, And I feel like you only got like a certain percentage of this person. I always get this feeling for you as well, where maybe you met a person and it's like you only really got like 20% of the person. And I feel like that you could have been dealing with a very like two-faced individual. And this person could have even said, there are things you don't know about me, which is a cop-out. So, I don't like when people say things like that, like there's things you don't know, you're too good to me, or too good for me, stuff like that. It's like I always felt like I wasn't good enough for you. I feel like you hated me. These are all BS 12-year-old breakup excuses, right, that 12-year-olds use. So what I would say is if someone said that to you, then again, I feel like they're two-faced. And again, I think this is the type of person that just doesn't face the truth. They think it's like they it's like the type of person who lies by omission, I feel is what you were dealing with in the past, and a person who just thinks if they just don't tell you things that they're not lying, even though they are. So yeah, definitely a toxic person that I would completely avoid here if I were you, plain and simple. Next, you have this Raven Spirit. It says darkness looms on the horizon. We'll talk about this. I don't think there's anything bad coming in for you. You have this card that says bright new prospects are on the horizon. And so I think that this perfectly represents the time that we're in. Again, I think that in the world itself, there is some darkness, but we need to focus on the light. And, I literally say this in every single reading, that I believe we're entering into a time of chaos. We're already in it until like 2033. And during this time, it's super important, I believe, that we focus on the light. We focus on building beautiful new things that bring more love, joy, and happiness into the world. And that's all I would focus on. And, I would ignore, anything toxic and get away from toxic things as well. You have the Four of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, I really do feel is about leaving a comfort zone. I think that, the best way to describe Capricorn's energy is that you could be leaving something that's established and going to something new. It's like you are leaving a safety zone, I wouldn't even call it a comfort zone. It's just popping into my head as like a safety zone, where it's like you've been playing it safe. It's like you've been, to me, the difference between the two, let's say this, is that a safety zone is kind of like, the shallow end of a pool. It's like you've been swimming around in the shallow end. You got your little swimmies on, you're kind of like paddling around, and it's like you're safe. There's a lifeguard and everything like that. But it's like outside of the pool is the ocean. It's not even the deep end. I don't even think that what you are going into is the deep end. I think you are going into the ocean. It's like you're going from a shallow pool to the ocean. And, that's what I feel like is going on here. It's like you've been learning how to do something for a very long time, whatever it is, your career, business, something personal, right? And it's like you're about to put it out into the world, like the big ocean, if that makes sense. Sorry to repeat myself, but, literally you have the King of Cups. He's sitting in the middle of the ocean, So I feel like you're about to put something out there. And guess what? There's choppy waters all around him. And it kind of represents the fact that no matter what, you have the darkness looms on the horizon. He doesn't care what's going on around him. He is very emotionally secure, and he knows that he is in control of his reality. So he doesn't worry about the choppy waters that are going on around him. He worries about what he can control. He worries about having a solid foundation. You can see that he's sitting on a very solid foundation in the middle of the ocean. So it's like no matter what is going on in the world, I feel that there's a big opportunity that's going to bring in a lot of security into your life. But I feel like you really have to go for it. And I think you have to trust that you've been swimming in the shallow end and long enough to build up your muscles that you're a very good swimmer now. And so I feel like you just need to get into the ocean. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which is just your card. So I feel for a lot of you that you are showing up in a position of power and strength. Queen of Pentacles is also amazing for money. I do see your money increasing, but I feel like literally as I'm saying that, you are worried about your money. So I totally get it, right? It's like I think that your money is going to be increasing, but I also feel like you don't believe it, or you're worried about money, or you have concerns, but I do think things are happening. With the Four of Pentacles, you have this discrimination card. This is not like discrimination like we think of it, like racism or something. This is being able to tell what's good for you, what's bad for you. And you have this flattery card, which is very similar. It's kind of like a card that says, have you learned, who is on your side, and like who's for you and against you? And can you surround yourself more with more people who are for you? With the King of Cups, you have this empathy card. Yeah, I feel like you need to tap into your emotions. I also feel that there could be a very supportive person coming in for you. So if you want love, there could be a water sign, but it doesn't have to be. I think that, it could literally be any sign. It could also be a Sagittarius as well, but it could be any sign. But what I do feel that you are attracting a person who is very emotionally supportive as well. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have this innovation card. It is a time of innovation for Capricorn. Any of your new ideas, I'm telling you right now, those are going to be the things that make you very successful. I really, really believe this, that Capricorns have an amazing opportunity to multiply their success by a billion right now. But yes, it's going to require work, and yes, you have to believe it and all that other stuff. So, and it's going to come from your unique ideas that have come from experiences that you've had. So don't be afraid to share your experience and all that other stuff. You have this card that says your hard work is paying off. We already talked about this. You have this card that says, what do you need to release? Again, it's almost like, I almost do feel like once you release something, like one thing, you're going to have something so much better. And this could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a relationship or whatever. But I feel for a lot of you, it is definitely time for you to kind of jump into something new or jump towards something new with these cards. So, that's what I get for you there. You have the Nine of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. It's kind of weird because, I look at the Nine of Wands sometimes as my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I love the Nine of Wands for experimentation, trying new things, doing new things in life. And I get a little bit of that, but I also feel that some of you, it's like you need to, it's almost like the fact that you survived something should give you more confidence than it has. I don't know. It's like, and I'm also getting something about perspective here. You know what I mean? It's almost like, if you went through a breakup with this person, maybe it hurt your ego. But I think the way that you need to look at it is the opposite. It's almost like this person broke up with you because they literally put you on a pedestal. It's almost like, that you should be putting yourself on a pedestal. It's almost as if this person, it hurt you because you really wanted to be with this person. But if you knew why they did the things that they did, it would give you a lot more confidence. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's so weird. But that's the message I'm getting here, that if you knew why these things happened, then it would give you a lot more confidence. Same thing in business as well. I mean, all these things are rushing into my head. It's maybe you feel a lack of confidence in work because maybe people are always picking on you and stuff like that. But it's if you only knew it was because they're threatened by you, it's I get that feeling. I hope that makes sense. But, there you go. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Yep. Opportunities are going to start arriving. I do feel like you're a little caught off guard here. Just intuitively, I feel some of you, it's you go from being worried about money to all of a sudden having more opportunities than you can handle and being a little caught off guard financially, but in a good way. And, I would just say buckle up because I feel like you're about to be very busy. I mean, you literally go to the Two of Pentacles, which is, work hard, play hard. You have the Temperance card, which is turning one thing into another. So Temperance is a card of alchemy in turning your situation around. I feel like you are the one that can totally improve your situation, turn your situation around, and create more success in your life. This right here is the path to glory, and it kind of represents the path to success. And I do believe that you are on the path to success at this time. So let's see what is going on for you. With the Nine of Wands, you have this inspiration card. Yeah, the inspiration card is about being very excited, opening up to new ways of doing things and, following your inspirations. We are in a time of inspiration. I talk about this all the time. So I definitely feel you should tap into your inspirations. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have this romance card. This could be the romance of a lifetime right here is what I'm getting. So if you want love, I definitely feel that there could be a very solid connection coming in for you. So that you definitely have an admirer here. Whether it's a water sign or not, I don't think matters. I'm getting like Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius. You have the sun in Aquarius right here. Could be a Sagittarius. Could be a water sign. So again, you have like everything here basically. With the Temperance card, you have this appreciation card. Yeah, when you appreciate the things that you have, you attract more of it. So I think it's a great time to practice appreciation and being grateful for the things that you have in your life. And that's really what I'm getting here. Could also be a Leo I'm getting that's coming in for you. So if you're looking for love, like I said, it could be any one of those signs. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Miracles card and you have this Openness card. So I feel that all you need to do is be open to miracles, and miracles will be happening for you. And that's really all I'm getting here. I'm not really getting anything else. So you have the Three of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. It's like your ships are coming in. Again, your hard work is paying off. Your ships are coming in. Basically the same thing. But I think that it's important what you do with these ships that are coming in. It's like the ships are coming in, but I also feel then you need to take those ships and go on an adventure, You need to take those ships and go find some buried treasure. So, it's really important for you, I believe, to keep the momentum going. I know I say this to you all the time, but if I were a Capricorn, and I basically am, I would be doing anything I can to, create more leverage in my life, to create more momentum in my life, which is basically what I'm doing. It's like, just like I always tell people, like, literally copy me. I hate when people say, do as I say, not as I do, right? I do the things that I actually say I'm going to do. So, again, look, just, starting this year, I've already worked on a bunch of content that I'm going to be launching right at the beginning of the year for the Chris Rec channel. And so it's like one way I'm building leverage in my life is like, tarot is great, and I'm not leaving this channel at all, but the problem with tarot is that videos only last for a week or a month, right? So it's like I'm creating some long-term, like evergreen content on the Chris Rec channel. It's like I'm creating more leverage, on that channel, right? And so that's what I mean by leverage. It's like, can you create more leverage? Can you create more momentum? Again, working in that direction. I'm building a newsletter with that brand as well, which is like more momentum. I'm going to be doing my podcast over there, which is more momentum. It's like things that last longer, if that makes sense. And that's what I'd be working on. And I'm talking about in the big four, health, wealth, happiness, and relationships. If you can pick like one thing in each one of those areas of your life that really kind of cultivates momentum, then you will be very successful. So that's what I would do here, plain and simple. You have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a love offer, so I do feel like there is a love offer that could be coming in for you here with the Page of Cups. And like I said, I feel this could be an admirer. I do feel like someone already has their eye on you. I am getting Leo for some reason. It just popped into my head like 2 seconds ago, and ever since then, now that I'm touching this, it could be a Leo. It could also just be, it could be a water sign with a bunch of Leo on their chart. It could be anything like that. It could be any sign, general reading. But I kind of feel like this is someone who sees you already, so that would tell me that you're probably meeting someone like in public or at work or in your friend group or something like that. It could be a person from the gym or whatever you do every single day. You have the Two of Pentacles, more balance. I actually really like this because, again, it's coming up in the area of the good stuff. So I feel for a lot of you that your hard work is paying off, like that card says, but also you are creating more, work hard, play hard type of balance here. With the Three of Wands, you have the Inheritance card. I feel that you are inheriting ideas. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before as well, now that I say that. It seems to me like you could be almost inheriting ideas from other people, like you're picking up on ideas. And, I would just practice those ideas, whatever they are. Like if you are starting a business or wanting to improve your health, it's like you could be having some random insights. You have this Inspirations card as well, right next to it. And so these are, it's almost like popping into my head that these two things, they're together. And they're going to be subtle. It's almost like you are receiving subtle messages from the universe or signs and symbols, but I would pay attention to those subtle messages this month because they could be leading you to success. With the Page of Cups, you have the Submission card. This is a card of escaping something. You can see here that there's a bird in a cage, but the cage door is open. So I feel for a lot of you, it's time for you to leave something behind, something that has been holding you back. Or just like could be a person. But again, it's coming up in the good stuff, which tells me you probably are leaving something behind. With the Two of Pentacles, you have this Lost card. Again, this is coming up in the good stuff. This is Saturn and Pisces. We have Saturn and Pisces right now. So, again, you could have experienced a loss, but it's almost like a loss is leading to a gain because it's coming up in the good stuff. So if you feel like you did lose something, I do feel you are finding success here. So let's see. Damn, I love this. I love this for you, Capricorn. You have this tent card. It says temporary situation. So any challenges you've been through, I feel, are temporary. And again, the worries about money are clearly going to be temporary. You have this bow card. It says you are highly thought of. And like I said, I really feel, I got that feeling of like people attacking you because you're good at what you do, right? And so I think if you could just flip that around in your brain, you won't worry about it anymore, and you'll be more successful. You have this horse card. It says short journey on it. I don't really, again, some of you could be traveling or something like that. But again, you have the Three of Wands, which could be exploring an idea. So I would definitely encourage you to explore new ideas or new things. You have this wealth card. Clearly could be some wealth or an increase in your wealth. There clearly is an increase of wealth here. I think that it's, again, going from the shallow pool to the ocean. That's where your wealth is going to come from. And so that's what I would do here, plain and simple. You have this camel. It says persevere and you will overcome problems. Yes, I feel like you need to keep pushing. I feel like you need to push past those points where you would normally give up on something, and that is where the success is going to come from. So pretty straightforward, simple reading. I love this. Your hard work is clearly paying off. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.